and welcome back to my channel. It's Nandabego again, and hi. I thought I'd come on and just check up on you. I hope that you're good, that you are taking care of yourself, that you are doing everything that's important to you, that you are listening to yourself, that you are following what your heart desires. Because if anything that you should do in life, I've learned, still learning, is to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself and follow what your heart desires. No matter who says what from where, whatever, just follow what your heart desires and listen to yourself. Anyway, the other reason for the video is that I just wanted to share things that have helped me, that help me when I'm feeling depressed. Now, this is from somebody that is diagnosed with chronic depression, and I get depressed for nothing sometimes. I get triggered by very different things, many different things. I get depressed and get sad and down. It's almost something that I live, not even almost, it's something that I live with. So I know how depression feels like. I'm on medication for depression. I understand. And I'm not a professional. I did not study anything to do with psychology, psychiatry, or anything like that. So I'm speaking from somebody with lived experience, somebody that goes through this almost all the time. And if you feel that you are not well, that you need to speak to somebody, that you are depressed, please do not take this as substitute for seeing a professional. Don't take this as the thing. Seek help. If you can afford therapy, please see a therapist. See a professional and get helped. But sometimes you feel in a funk, you feel like drained, because that's the thing that depression is known for the most. It drains you. It makes you feel uninterested in everything. You just want to sleep. You don't want to do anything. You just don't. It's the most painful thing, but a pain that you can't take anything for. You just want to sleep. You can't do anything. You don't want to eat. So this is what you should do. Number one, or should try to do, or can try to do. I don't even know how to word this. Thing is, I'm afraid I don't want to come across as somebody that's giving a do and don't list. I'm just sharing from my experience, and I hope that you understand, right? The one thing that helps me sometimes. All of these things don't always work, by the way. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I'm sharing so that you try, because I don't wish it on anyone to be that sad, to be that down and that drained. So to get yourself out of there, please get yourself out of there. Try to get yourself out of there and try this. Get out of the house. Just get out of the house, because when you're depressed, you just want to be inside. I know, you just want to sleep, you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't answer the phone, number one, just go outside, take a walk, even if it's around the house, if it's up and down the road once, whatever, just leave the house, just take a walk. I think being outside in nature, just being in a different environment does something to the body. I don't have the terms for it. Maybe there is no term, I don't know, but it works. It really, really helps. Just leave the house and maybe you'll feel better. Another thing, I know that when I'm depressed, I don't even want to have a bath. But when I do, and once I do, it makes such a difference. So I know that when you're depressed, having a bath, taking a shower is like biggest achievement for the day. And I know that after doing that, I feel very proud of myself. So just make yourself proud and get out of bed, go and have a bath. You'll feel so much better. So much better. I don't think it's just your body feeling clean so much, but I think it's just feeling that you've achieved something, that you've done something. Because oftentimes when you're depressed, you feel useless, you feel like nobody loves you, you feel like you can't do anything, you feel like... But once you finish have a bath, you just feel fresh and better. And again, I'm not saying that it's going to take your depression away, especially if it's like clinical and it's, you know, like the deep stuff. You really need to seek professional help, but just take a bath and it's going to make a difference. Another thing that helps me is writing my feelings down. If you don't have a friend or don't feel comfortable talking to a friend or anybody except for a professional, you should try to speak to a professional. Force yourself to try and speak to a professional. But if you're feeling down and you just don't want to do anything, get a journal, get a page, a book, whatever, and just write your feelings down. I feel that after writing down how I feel and everything that's happening, I feel a lot lighter, because I think when you're carrying all these feelings on your own and keeping them to yourself, it just adds the pressure on you. And once you take it out and share it to somebody, in this case a book, page, writing down, it really helps. So maybe you should try to do that and see how you feel. Another thing, eat. I don't have the best of relationships with food. I don't like food that much. Okay, it's gotten better, so much better. I've been eating and gaining weight, and it's the best thing in the world. But if you're not like me and eat, scratch that. Feeling depressed, just try and eat. Not like a big meal, just eat something. Drink water, make yourself a glass of juice, have a sandwich, just eat something. You're gonna feel different. Just eat. Try to eat, even if it's half a slice. Try and eat something. I'm sure you'll feel better. I feel better sometimes when I force myself to eat. So if it works for me, I just hope and pray to God that it works for you too. Another thing, cry. Crying helps. Sometimes you feel so depressed that you are blocked. You can't talk, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to do anything, and you can't even cry. I know. If you're not there yet, just cry and let it out. Cry. Crying is therapeutic for me. Try it and see how you feel. There was a time where I used to schedule crying times. Like I would have a day where I just sit in my room and just let it out. So try crying. Not always easy, because sometimes some people don't have that close of a relationship with themselves where they are able to allow themselves to release feelings of whatever by crying. But just try and cry it out. It works wonders for me. I love it. Try and see if it works for you. Crying really helps me. As weird as it may sound, but just cry it out and see how you feel. I know that talking sometimes is hard, like really hard. You don't want to talk and you don't even want to be around people. But just if you can't go to a friend or go to whoever, try and have them come over to you. And I hope that you have someone in your life that's understanding, that's not really gonna push you to talk when you don't know what to say. And being around human beings in an intimate environment, not intimate like that, but in a safe space. I think that's a better way of putting it. In a safe space where you are able to still be your sad self with them, makes you sad a little bit less. I don't know, it takes some of that loneliness and ugly feelings away somehow. So just try and be around friends, family, loved ones, whoever that can be there for you, with you. Even if it's just video calling, it really helps. Even if it's just, as long as you have that human interaction, try it and see if it works. I've also tried watching a movie, but it depends also on what movie you watch, because sometimes you watch a movie and it's not a movie that really helps that much. So, but watch something, read something. Yeah, that's all that I can think of right now, and I hope that it's everything that you were looking for, something that you will allow yourself to try. Like I said, it's not the magic pill. It's not something that you're going to do and automatically feel everything gone. It's a process. It's things that you are feeling and going through. Allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. But in your going through and feeling whatever you're feeling, just try these things and other things that you may find in your research that are going to make you feel a little less sad and depressed, because it's really not a nice place to be in. So without making this video any longer than it already is, thank you so much for watching to this point. I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Just hit the red subscribe button. Please like the video, share it, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you. God bless.